We are live. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up? We'll wait till I guess a couple people come in.
Yeah, we'll wait a little bit. Probably won't be quite a few people yet because I didn't really broadcast it. Hey, bro, your phone's better than my laptop.
It's the Android. It's a cheap Android too.
Is it really?
Yeah.
My S10 Plus don't even quite look that good.
My girl has the S10e something, I think. I have a regular straight talk phone.
So
hey, let me get some tea. I'll be right
go
back.
Ahead, bro. Knock
you can talk. I can take you with me.
Do whatever you want to. There. Have you heard of the Galaxy Fold?
I think I have.
Yeah, the one with the foldable screen.
Oh yeah.
I'm about to get that for $400.
Oh my god, dude! Fuck that. That's too much.
Too much. I think it's $2,000.
I might eat my my barbecue chicken and my potato salad.
You do what you got to do, brother. It's alive. The only time I don't eat is when I make videos. When I go live, I'll eat, drink, do whatever. I don't care. It's alive, brother. There's one person viewing. Whoever you are, what's up? Probably somebody that isn't going to announce themselves. I had too many people upset at me. I lost 4 subscribers.
Yeah, whatever. I don't show my subscription list. I don't show it. I don't care to show it. Don't matter. Yeah. All I want people to do is wake the hell up.
Mm-hmm. He came and he went. Whoever it was came and left. So
probably somebody we talked about.
Probably Cuba. Cuba's like, nope. I'll leave that one alone.
Dude, that video I seen when he did with George Saharoff. Number one, George made him look stupid. If you go back and watch it, every time he said something crazy, George went quack.
I thought it was because, I had to go back and look at that video because, I thought he was doing the quacks because of the cussing. And there was times in there it quacked and he wasn't cussing.
Because he was saying stupid shit.
That's right. Yeah, dumb stuff. I couldn't believe he actually, anyway, when I saw him in his little thumbnail that George had on there, and I was like,
George, if you pay attention to the things George was asking him, George thought this out ahead of time.
Oh yeah,
and
George
was trying to corner him with certain questions. George almost had him. George was like, "So you were born in Jersey," and then he said, "So you grew up in the 82 in Manhattan," and George was like trying to get him, but George couldn't get him because Cuba was sort of telling the truth.
Right.
But I caught all the lies, man. I caught all of them.
That don't take much. I mean, what amazes me is I grew up in a bad neighborhood too. You know what I'm saying? I really did.
Yeah.
But it wasn't gangster 5, bro. I mean, there was drugs. I was born in 78.
Yeah.
So back in them days, man, especially where I come from, a lot of people just smoked a ton of weed, dude. That's really all anybody cared to do. And then all of a sudden my hometown got ravaged by the crack cocaine epidemic.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, what was that, mid 80s? And all of a sudden crime just went, sky high.
Now, New York, certain parts of New York and a lot of California was Bloods and Crips, and New York was little bitty gangs here and there. But there were gangs all over New York, but it was mostly gangs that were dealing crack cocaine.
Yeah, see, that's what it was where we come from. We had a problem with because where I'm from, Baltimore, Maryland's only a little over an hour away. So a lot of your drug dealers were coming from the big city because they call my little town Little Baltimore for a reason.
Yeah. And see, when I grew up, I grew up in New Orleans, and if anybody knows, I didn't know Kenny Kane. All right, I sold for people who sold for Kenny Kane. I grew up with Kenny Kane. I was in prison with Kenny Kane. There's another dude named Walter Ward. His brothers I used to sell for his brothers too, Kendall, and well, just Kendall. His other brother stayed legit. But when I grew up with these dudes, there's a documentary on one of them damn TV shows. So I don't remember, like History or something, where they have the FBI come in and do all this shit, right?
Right.
Two of my boys, one of them was a rat. His name was Kendall. Kendall, Walter Ward's younger brother, ratted out like the entire fucking neighborhood where I grew up at. And if you research it, you see this shit. And now Kendall Ward, I don't know if he's dead or alive, but he was running from all my friends. He was running from, because they were out to kill him. They killed his brother. His brother's dead. They killed his brother for being an informant. And Walter Ward is dead. He was one of the biggest dope dealers in fucking New Orleans. And
What's
Kenny
up?
Kane,
What's up?
What's up, Silva? Serapio. Anyways, Kenny Kane was in prison with me, and Kenny Kane knows my ex. I had the baddest chick. I mean, my daughter is for the baddest chick in New Orleans. Her name was Michelle Randolph. And
what is my giveaway? I didn't plan on giving away anything. My scent of the day was, I haven't even done a video yet, but I wore MFK BR 540, and I compared it to the Dua version of it, which is Casino Room 540, and I haven't even done a video on it yet.
My girl's supposed to be getting Invictus Onyx for my birthday. Yeah.
No, I heard. Is that one that looks like a black marble or whatever? I heard that's
a black crack bottle.
Yeah,
like it's cracked. Yeah, I'm getting that bad boy.
I heard that it's not much different than anything else. But
I still like the line. I'm getting it just because of the line. I know you don't like Invictus.
Too sweet.
I love my Invictus. I love my Invictus.
You and Ross Carlos got a lot in common.
Oh man, come on, dude. I gave my baby girl. I gave her my Invictus Aqua, but my older baby girl, she's getting me Invictus Aqua for my birthday. Check this bad boy out. So I'm getting my Invictus line back in check. I'm in love with Invictus, dude.
Little fanboy.
Shut up. Shut up. I don't care, man. My juices. Look at my Legend is running low as shit.
Yeah.
All of them. I love my Invictus line, man. The Intent, the Legend. I wore this the other day, and it lasted all. This is the regular Invictus, all the damn day. I love this scent.
I'm not a hater of Paco Rabanne. I actually like Paco Rabanne. I think it's probably one of the most underrated lines there is. I'm not an Invictus lover. Like, I like 1 Million. I like 1 Million Privé. I don't like Lucky.
You don't like Lucky?
No, I really don't.
See, you don't like those sweet. Lucky's my favorite of the 1 Million line.
Yeah, you got that Lucky. I gave that to Ross Carlos for free back in the day.
Really?
I treated that dude like gold. Yep. I sent him all kinds of stuff. Here's that's
one thing I would trade my fragrances for some of these Paco Rabanne line. I'll trade
got some people. Hey, what's up, Maximilian, my friend? Did you guys see Steven's new video? God Almighty, man. Nope. I don't pay attention to how many videos that hoodlum puts out, to be honest with you. I mean, every now and then I'll catch one just because it's part of somebody else's, but otherwise I don't. Why? What's up with his new video?
Let me look at the chat screen, see what's going on.
Yeah, I'll put them up there down at the bottom just so you can see any interesting comments. So before we even get started, we got about 7 people, so we'll go ahead and get into the thick of things. We don't really have a content at all. I'm a recent subscriber. Best you, I really appreciate it. Well, I appreciate that, January. Too bad I was born in December, but I appreciate that. We try our best to put out good, honest content. But before we get started, we don't really have anything for this. It's just kind of sometimes I get on here and just just shoot random crap. That's what it's going to be today. So if any guys want to come on, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're somebody who likes us or somebody who doesn't like us. We don't care. Hit me up in the comments section.
I prefer if you don't like me, because that'll bring some good fucking entertainment.
Just hit me up and I'll give you a personal link to your Facebook page. You can come in and be a part of it. You don't have to be a YouTube reviewer or anything like that to be a part of it. I'm not like that, man. It's not about getting anything like that. Hold on, I just saw something about Novatus. Thoughts on the upcoming 3 new fragrances by Novatus? Sorry, my friend, there's 5. Man, dude, we're getting bombarded. Dogman's latest video on Cuba Noah is completely unhinged. Love it. Appreciate that, January. That's how we're they're coming out with 5. That's unless he announced only 3. I know there's 5 coming out, but no, let us look at it, and I'm sure we'll come out with a video about it. It's not going to be anything but clones anyway. So I told you guys, there's always room for an Englishman, my friend. We don't care where you're from. Here's the thing.
Fishy. Is that fishy?
I don't know. Whoever Michael Stevenson is, I don't know what Fishy's real name is. I don't think anybody does.
Fishy's a Brit, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he definitely is. The thing that we're going to have to understand is that Steve is out. He's a money grabber. That's what he's out for. Yeah. Whatever he can do to get that money is what he's going to do. There's your buddy.
What's up, Cuddle?
I'm surprised that you knew he was making some new fragrances, though. Dude, I'm always in the know. There's nothing I'm not much in the know of.
Let me see. Dude, I hate this because I can't see like my face. All I can see is the chat or either my face.
Do your best. Do your best. AC impressions, fellas. AC here.
Chillin' villains.
Who's AC though? Am I missing something? Do your best AC impression. Who's AC?
AC. Alexander Ocasio-Cortez.
AOC.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, there's my boy Flores. What's up, brother?
Oh, what's my center today? I'm gonna show you.
Cardinal Flores has Oud for Greatness, which is a real good one.
I got it in my backup pack right here. I'm about to show you what was my ace. This bullshit here. I just wore it because
AC is a reviewer. I didn't know that.
I didn't want to wear any of my good shit, so I wore this.
Oh, you got Hunter Bauer on.
Yeah.
He's a great fragrance reviewer.
Indian guy who lives in the UK. AC.
I don't know who he is. AC. Hey, we appreciate it too, brother. We ain't always about energy. A lot of times we try to do. I love energy. I just, if you love what you do, the energy's going to be there.
I love finding new people in this fragrance community. I'm tired of looking at the same old bullshit ass dudes.
AC has a channel called Smells Good. You sure it ain't You Smells Good? Cardinal says those clone houses have the I've been saying that for the longest time, bro. And that's what I think separates the why they don't do as well. Like, Dua has, I think, some of the cheapest bottles there is, and yet they make the most money off of all the clones. So, I guess got to keep their costs low in some form of fashion, but it's still cheesy. And, like today I wore You Smells Good and Smells Good are different channels. Oh, my bad.
They look like those little fingernail polish bottles.
Yes.
You take it out, you polish your fingernails. I don't polish my fingernails. Whatever the fuck.
Yes, you do. Go ahead now.
No,
don't be lying to people.
No, I don't.
Mr. Cuddle says he's Pino Silvestre.
I got that coming. That's on the way. Pinot Silvestre. I got that coming. My daughter's sending it to me.
Hey Maximilian, are you going to be making a fragrance, or are you just becoming a perfumer for the heck of it? Ormond Jane Zizan Swain knows he still likes me. Dwayne.
Swain, okay, Swain, you.
Dude, you wouldn't have called me a bitch. I'd have liked you a whole lot more, but you know, or you wouldn't have. I'm acting as if I'm mad at you. I don't act too much. I'm not a good actor. Things happen, brother. Sometimes the book of Matthew says, not what goes in the mouth that defileth a man, but what cometh out. So I'm not going to ignore you. I'm not going to be ignorant to you, but yeah, pretty mad. But anyway, the back to Stephen's fragrances. When they come out, I remember how in my videos I told you guys I was going to leave that guy alone, and then I should have known better to say that. In the back of my mind, I knew back then that he was already going to be. Dude says you look young for 46. He ugly as hell.
Yeah, 46. Where's my fucking ID so I can prove it to you? I'm fucking almost 50, man. I'm a half a century year old, bro.
Hey, Flores, look at that dude's grape. That's an outdated grape, and you're going to try to say you look good for being 46. I've been training for 3 years making original fragrances. It's real hard work. Oh, good job, man. Awesome. Love it. Cover up that.
I'll buy one from you, bro. Let me see where my birthday
January, what you wearing? Yeah, we want to know. You got to send us the data. No one here. Oh, I guarantee we ain't wearing it. I hope not. I mean, Dogman might wear it.
Hey, if he was a respectable perfumer, I'd buy one from him.
Yeah, me too. I see. My channel was based on that. That's really what I wanted to base my channel on. Dogman looked like fresh kid ice.
I look like The Rock.
But
I can't do the eyebrow. But oh well.
I can do it. There you go. I'll do it for you.
Oh, I can't do it. I can get close to it sometimes. Let me see.
He's wearing Orange Spice by Creed. I've been wondering about that one for a long time. I never had a chance to check that one out. But you know, Steve about that money grab. I think that's why he did what he did to begin with.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe that man's that poor. I said I was going to leave the dude alone, and I knew in the back of my mind he had more fragrances coming, and I'm going to go back on my word.
I don't know if you can see it.
You slow as all dog day.
If you can see it, good for you. If you can't see it, I don't know. There's my date of birth in between this paper, motherfuckers. 3/13/75. 75, baby. I am 40. I'm going to be 46 years old and on the 13th.
Well, I'm 41. I was born in 78.
I'm older than you, bro.
Yeah, you're older than me. It's the gray, bro. I mean, I got to put up with a wife and 6 kids, you know.
No, bro, you got to eat some tropical food. I'm from the islands too, bro.
We ain't doing no tropical. I eat all kinds of tropical food.
Got to eat some mangoes and coconuts.
I believe I'm with you, Flores. I just don't know why they have to lie about anything. I've said this before and I'll say it again. If all you had to do was come out and say, guys, look, I teamed up with Armoff to come out with an exclusive line of fragrances. This is for me. You know, we teamed together, blah, blah, blah. Charge $100 a bottle. I'm in on that.
Yeah.
But, you know, to come out with a $195 bottle and say you were with it from beginning to end, come on, man. I mean, that's just too much. Yeah, Miami, you look young for your age, too. If you just dye your hair, you'd be all right. You definitely look young.
Dye his hair and shave his chest.
Leave hairy chest out of it, bro.
That hairy chest gives you old ass way, son.
Hey, 504, what's up, brother? How you doing? That's 504. I like watching his reviews. That dude's classy.
504. That's my hometown buddy. He's from the lower nine where I grew up in around the Mass Caffin and Galvez. He knows about that area. 504 knows about that area. Mass Caffin, Galvez, Tupelo, St. Claude. Remember when all that was up before Katrina?
You know, I went to New Orleans. I had to catch a fugitive, and we ended up catching him in Frederick, Maryland, which is 20 minutes from my hometown. And I had to take him all the way because, see, in Texas, you can't pass over. If you have a fugitive, you cannot bring a fugitive into Texas. And the same thing, you can't. If you catch a fugitive in Texas, you can't take him out of Texas. It's stupid. But I had to take someone all the way to New Orleans. And the first thing that I saw was like in front of the police station. This is no lie. There was a guy with a bottle in his hand right in front of the police station, just open drinking. And found out it was legal there. You can just walk around town all day long with a bottle in your hand and drink. Nobody cares. As long as you don't get drunk and disorderly.
Yeah.
But I had to.
Grew up in New Orleans. He knew that my video was straight legit because he knows if he grew up in New Orleans, he knows about it. Sorry, DB, I didn't mean to cut you off, dude.
No, you good, bro. Says we drink. Yeah, definitely drink. I know that for sure. You watched the HBO series Family Bonds about bounty hunters? I retired 7 years ago, bro. My wife wouldn't let me do it no more. She said it was her or bounty hunting, so I had to retire. But no, I watched. What used to always get me was my wife would sit there and watch Dog the Bounty Hunter, and she had a Dog the Bounty Hunter right next to her. Guess he was better looking and interesting, I guess.
Oh, man, stop acting jealous. You jealous.
It's like she would sit there and watch these stories, and I'm sitting here like, why don't you just ask me some stories? I could tell you a ton of them. You're watching Dog the Bounty Hunter.
I wasn't born there.
The funny thing is that his name is Dwayne, and so is mine. So
my kids were born there, man. My oldest daughter.
I've been there once, and I'm just sorry, guys. I can't. It's too flamboyant for me. Way too much.
Down a whole lot. Well, after Katrina, that shit calmed down a lot.
Well, that's when I went there was after Katrina, and I remember like crossing over. They had built new highways over. I don't know what that big old thing of water is. I guess it must be the ocean. I guess.
Dude, before Katrina, New Orleans was a whole nother world, man.
The bridges down below were the old bridges before they flooded out, and they had built newer bridges on top of all that, and it just. You went through the whole town and you seen flooded out houses. I mean, it reminded me of Baltimore because in Baltimore, if you see a house, 2 are boarded up. You see another house, 2 are boarded up. And it reminded me a lot of that. And I was like, wow, Katrina really devastated this place.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the twin spans, I don't know, that's between y'all. I don't know what that is.
Oh, hey, ask 504 about that Huey P. Long Bridge. Oh my God!
I passed a bridge that was huge and long. That's the only thing I can tell you. That thing went on for miles.
The Huey P. Long Bridge is a bridge that arcs and it's fucking this narrow. The bridge is this narrow and trucks are like right there on your.
No, this was one way. The one I went was a one-way bridge into Louisiana. And I did not like it. I'm not scared of bridges, but I sure don't like them, if that makes any sense.
Master P, Lil Wayne, Mystical. A lot of rappers came out of there.
Huey P is not.
Manny Fresh came out of there.
You said the Huey P is now 6 lanes.
What? Really?
Yep.
Damn.
504, man, how many subscribers you got now? I seen you creeping up there a little bit. See, what I like about 504 is that he's one of those guys that just straight up, man. You know, he earns his subs the right way. And, you know, got nothing but mad respect for him.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't like who he goes live with, but I don't think any of us really. Flores says he likes to burn bridges. Flores comes on these things, man, and he
an arsonist.
Yeah, you freaking arsonist. Man, you don't buy crap, man. You don't buy your fragrances either. I was on there the other day. He was the inspiration for. He had one on there. I still ain't found them out. 504 man. What was that one you had on there that was like Initio side effect? And I've been trying to find that in that store forever, and I still ain't found them. So they must not have them here. He had like a. They had like a bottle of a company. It kind of looked like Initio, but it wasn't. And he said it smelled just like side effect. I think it was side effect he did that video on. And I went out to the store like that day looking for it, and like nothing even close.
Oh, let me tell you what I wore the other day, DB. And look, before I even made it to the fucking store, inside the fucking my job, motherfuckers were yelling down the aisle, "I smell John." I wore this bad boy right here.
Yeah, that's what it was. What do you got there? What is it? The scent?
Yeah, the scent and private accord. That motherfucker projected. This projected down the aisle, around the corner. I don't know if the wind was going through or whatever, but
liquid amber. Yeah, that's what it was. That TJ Maxx one.
Rachel says, "I smell John."
See, 504. I didn't even. I must have. You said TJ Maxx, and I was somewhere else. I didn't even go to a TJ Maxx, so maybe that's why I never found it. I thought it was. I thought you said somewhere else, but.
A rehab clone.
Yeah, it's an Initio rehab. It was called Liquid Amber. I think it was like, hey, you too, 504 man. Enjoy yourself, brother. It's like $20 bottle or something. Wasn't even that much. But anyway, so we got on here we were kind of, before we got on here, we were just kind of shooting the breeze about some things and stuff going on in the fragrance community. It wasn't really nothing too extravagant. We were actually talking about how George himself was pretty much wearing Cuba out. He actually, I had made a comment when he actually first did the video. I think I was about 5 seconds into it, and I seen what it was about and how cocky Cuba was being. And man, I just don't want to be a part of that. That dude's an ass clown. He truly, truly is, man. I never seen somebody with such idiotic arrogance in my life. And as soon as I did that, I told George Zaharoff I'm out on the sellout. He hearted my comment. Then supposedly his, what'd you say it was? His intern erased it. I see it, but nobody else sees it. So, what, you got the whole line out? I just got one, ordered one the other day as,
I got the whole fucking line. No, I don't got the whole line, but I got a lot of them motherfuckers.
What's the one in the white bottle? Unlimited. That's the one.
Yeah, oh shit! I just dropped my shit, motherfucker. I'm glad I got carpet.
It ain't gonna break.
I got carpet.
Alexander, the private accord is nice. In my opinion, the whole Boss Descent line all kind of has the same DNA, just little variations of differences between them. No,
the tonic, the night, and the unlimited don't have the same DNA. The oud.
No, I'm talking about the darker ones. That's what I like.
The regular, the number 6 intense, the oud, this one, which is the Boss Bottle Descent Intense, and Boss Descent Intense and Boss Descent Private Accord. All 4 of these right here have the same DNA.
Yeah, but the bottled isn't part of that line, though. The scent has its line. The bottled isn't part of the scent line.
Yeah, the bottle.
That's the bottled line.
This is the bottle line right here.
Yeah.
This is the bottle line.
The Boss Descent line is which one's?
My bad. These 2 are the scent line. I'm gonna get one more, I believe, and this is the bottle line.
Yeah, there you go. Now the bottled line, I think they all smell the same too, but
they don't. These 2 have the same DNA.
CARNAL Flores wants to know which one. Hold on, man. Something just popped up. Which one's better, the scent or private accord? I think private accord personally. Got a little different note in it.
Let me try to get back to. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you, dude. Both of these are worth getting. The Scent Intense and Private Accord worth getting. I honestly think that if you layer them, it's 10 times better than either one of them. But I think Private Accord pushes. Honestly, dude, I think they're the same. To be honest with you.
Well, that's what I'm saying is they all have that same exact note. It's just I feel like Private Accord adds something more sweet to it. There's I don't know breakdown. There's something, maybe a cherry or a cinnamon or something that's in it
Let me see.
lasts out a little bit more.
I'm gonna do it for you right now. I'm gonna tell you which one actually to me is better.
The Scent Intense is no different to me than Private Accord. I think
they're both really like 99.99999% close. Okay. The Scent Intense. This one, it's going to seem a little bit more I don't know, more artificial, more generic. This one's going to be a little bit more natural, more fruitier. They're both fruity. They got both. I think they both have the Maninka fruit in them.
Yeah, Maninka fruit. That's the whole scent line, though.
Yeah, but this Scent Intense, it's good. This one is good. I would say that the Private Accord is more natural. This one is more of a fragrance.
The whole line, as far as I'm concerned, the Accord to me outshines them all. It's like to me, it's like Private Accord does have that cocoa in it. You're right. That's what that sweet smell is. Thank you, brother. I was trying to figure out what had that sweet smell that I couldn't, and that's that chocolate type.
That's smell. The Maninka fruit does that. The Maninka fruit does that cacao scent.
Yeah, but the you can smell the cacao in it different than you can. I don't know. We all got different noses, but I think when you wear the Private Accord, you guys call it cacao. I guess it's.
Look, here's the thing. Get both.
It just feels like it makes it pop more.
Get both of them. You won't be disappointed if you get both.
The whole line. You won't be. I got the whole line. You won't be disappointed in that whole thing.
Well, you will be disappointed with Boss Bottle Night and Boss Bottle Tonic.
Boss Bottle Night, and I do not like Boss Bottle Tonic.
These two right here, you will be disappointed. Boss Bottle Unlimited. This one's okay.
I just got that, so I can't comment on that one. I just got it.
It's not bad. It's not bad, but I would say it's good, but it's not like great or anything.
Yeah. What's that one Boston scent I just got that just came out? It's the newest one.
Absolute.
Absolute, yeah. I got that one. That one's actually pretty nice too. That one leans a little different than the other ones as well. Not too off the, same DNA, like a Paco Rabanne. It's got all the same DNA, but they put a little something different in it. The Absolute smells wonderful. The Absolute and the Accord are close to the same too. Have you smelled Dior Leather Oud? I am not a Dior fan. I don't know why. I just can't get into any. I've had like 4 of them, and that was long before I was reviewing, so I never had a chance to tell anybody how I feel about it.
If Dior isn't careful, man, they're gonna go out of business in the fragrance department because they're fucking up big time.
Well, see, I also got to be careful because nowadays this oud that people are putting in, what do they call that? The Guaiac wood, I think, is the kind of oud that I prefer more than Gaiac, however the heck you say it, dude. What are you now, an English professor?
You're supposed to be more knowledgeable than me.
I don't know how to say half of that crap. Just because I'm college educated doesn't mean I know how to say it.
Give you a hard time.
Oh, absolutely. Leather oud is not that great, but super hyped up. I mean, it may. I like leather, but I just don't see leather and oud.
I like leather and amber, man. That combo is fucking awesome.
If you guys haven't tried Amberland from Happy Land Studio, you guys are missing out. That amber in that is just so sheesh.
I gotta get some. Even though EJ comes to my channel and fucking talk shit to me, I gotta get some of his fragrances. I hear so much good shit about it.
Are you sure he's talking crap, or is it just his lame sense of humor? He does have a very.
I don't give a shit. I don't care if the fragrance is good and he making good fragrances on the not too expensive. I get that shit. He ain't fucking over nobody.
He said he's going to send ood for greatness to you, and he's going to hide the barcode. Why not?
Don't do that, man. I don't like to be. I like to pay for my shit.
Allegiant does it. Might as well do it too. Yeah. I mean, you guys can't sit here and lie. Look, I don't have. I know Cali Gent called me up and hit me up on Instagram. I'm not Instagram. Facebook Messenger and said, "Man, if you got a problem with me, let's work it out." And he apologized for running his mouth. I know that's just a way to shut the masses up, but he also knows it's going to work. But man, when you're hiding barcodes, I don't know, man. You know, I don't know. That's too fishy to me.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
I mean, there's nothing you can do with the barcode. You can't duplicate the barcode. I mean, anyway, who's excited for the new line of Bortkanoff? Never had it. Who is that? What fragrance line is that, brother? Hook me up.
Damn, there's so many houses, man.
I seen it. Don't get me wrong, but I always thought that was. I could be wrong, but I always thought that was a YouTube review. No, that's not him. I know. I'm thinking of that?
There's a Filipino. I think there's a Filipino YouTuber. I mean, he came out with some Middle Eastern. He said it's good and it's cheap. I looked it up. It's like $39-$40.
Yeah, I just recently contacted a guy who does. Let me get his name so that not his name, but Babylon Fragrances. That's the name of it. And they're a clone house too. And I bought some, it's off of him, a sample package off of him. It was like, with discount was $26.99 for 5 ml. And I thought that was pretty cheap. So why not?
I'm excited for Invictus Onyx. That's what I'm excited for.
You're an Invictus. You and TLTG ought to do something together, man. You two are.
Man, stop comparing me with him.
I didn't compare you. I said you guys ought to do something together. As much as y'all love this Invictus stuff.
Well, see, you're insinuating we both like Invictus, but I like it in a different way.
Yeah, he's a fanboy. He calls himself a fanboy.
I just anyway, Invictus line, man. Love it.
Yeah, man, I got some people hitting me up. All right, a friend of mine sent me something, so I apologize, guys. You can keep talking. Tyrone wants me to call him, and I'm too busy for all that. Buy the discovery set of January Scent Project and review it. I will definitely look it up.
Discovery set of January.
DB, I just received my package back. I'm going to resend tomorrow. I'm missing digits in the address. No biggie, bro. I just got your message. That's no biggie at all, brother. Whatever works. He has something, Alexandria Dark Knight. He wants me to compare it to Black Phantom. So I'll give it a shot. God bless it with these freaking pop-ups. Barkanoff is the name of the brand. Oh, like I say, man, I saw it on a bottle. I didn't know if it was a YouTube reviewer's fragrance itself or what. Tagalog dog, man. Olympic Orchid perfumes. I'll try them out too.
I am tagging along. Oh, DB, you still up?
Yeah, I'm still up.
Okay. You went silent on me for a second.
No, somebody hit me up on something and I got distracted. Somebody was talking about Cubano being a gangster. That dude ain't no gangster.
What? Who said that shit?
Oh, it was just somebody saying he acts like a gangster. So he ain't no gangster.
He act like a gangster. I don't want to even act like a gangster, to be honest. Yes, man. TLTG and Dogman should be sponsored by
I started something.
Motherfucker.
So,
look, bro, I don't do this for the views.
Nah,
I will delete my channel if you delete yours.
I'm not deleting my channel for nobody. Because
Exactly.
then I have to come up with another freaking name, and that one was hard enough.
You can come up with the same name.
Man, that's Tired of Fools a good guy. I tell you what though, sometimes when he comes on and he responds to my freaking videos, that dude puts him and Jacqueline both put like a big freaking paragraph on that freaking thing, man. You gotta read like 15 minutes before you get to the end of it.
But Miss Jacqueline, dude, that's why I keep trying to egg her on to come back, because I'm like, you got all this stuff you want to say, and you do it in the comment section. Nobody really gonna see it like a week later, right? Do it in video format. People listen to you.
What is the Oreo of the fragrance game?
What is the Oreo of the fragrance game?
I don't know what Oreo means. Is that slang?
I don't know. I think that might be a racist thing or something.
Nah. He said come back and call it in front of the nonsense.
In front of the nonsense.
Not bad, brother. In front, I'll get you in front of the nonsense.
If my channel goes down, I'm gonna call mine all up in the fucking nonsense. In the middle of the nonsense.
You know,
or starting some nonsense. I don't know.
Yeah, starting some nonsense. There you go.
I ain't funny.
I'm about to start some nonsense.
Shut up.
We all start freaking nonsense. That is nice. I wouldn't mind that. I wish Fishy'd get on here. He'd be entertaining.
Dude, they got his channel again, man. I'm so pissed, dude. This shit pissed me off when I heard it. They got him again.
You know who got who?
They took his channel down again.
Who did?
Who? I don't know. Somebody hit him up. Some dude, he said he don't even know his name.
I thought you said Spanos.
No, I don't.
That Spanos guy's an idiot anyway. You know, that Spanos guy is I think his name's Dan Spanos. He is actually he's hired by, not really hired, but he's a fanboy of Steve from Redolescence. And what he does is he goes around and makes sure that people aren't talking about Steve from Redolescence, and you get in there and take up for him and try to dispel this whole thing he calls nonsense of
whatever
of them being clone houses. He hit me up one time, and I made a comment about something. He decided to, aren't you the KKK guy and all this other stuff? I'm like, dude, you're like way behind the curve. Like, keep your old ass on your side of the line, man. Stay off my side of the line. You know what I mean?
Too late.
Yeah, way too late, man. Cali Gent style. He gonna buy the barcodes Cali Gent style.
Hold on. Let me do Cali Gent style.
Gotta do it, bro.
Cali Gent style.
Yeah, whoop, whoop. Represent.
Cali Gent style. Hide the barcode.
So does anybody did Steve actually come out and say what they were, or because I haven't seen it? So if anybody's seen it and Steve's come out and said what his fragrances were, let me know. I'm going to watch the video as soon as I jump off of here. I unsubscribed to that fool. I'm subscribed to Brooklyn Fragrance Lover and BBB. I just went all out on all of them. The fakeness has just gotten to me so bad that I can't stand it anymore. Now that I'm in the reviewing game, it just became more apparent these guys have they're so out of touch with what this was brought up for that it stinks, man. It's like they're on some high horse. And, you know, Cubano said that he doesn't pay attention to what goes in FragCom. And, you know, I was thinking about it. I kind of believe it.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to sneeze.
No, I kind of believe that. And the reason I believe that is because they're so out of touch with what's going on in FragCom anyway. So, you know.
Yeah, you know what? That does make sense.
I mean, they have no clue what's going on, ins and outs. They don't see the day-to-day things that are going on. They pay absolutely no attention to how bad FragCom has become. It is terrible. It is a money racket. It's almost like mafia style. You know what I mean? The only thing is they're not putting out hits on you. They do, you know, Facebook hits, but they ain't coming after you knocking on the door hits.
I wouldn't be surprised if they started doing that shit. I honestly don't give a fuck.
Come to my house with a samurai sword. Good luck. January says she saw a Novatus update video from Steve pop up in her feed, but she didn't watch. It ain't worth. I mean, unless you're just curious as to what he's got coming out, man. Take it from me. Bottom line is they're just clones. You know, I had an open mind at first because I really liked Steve. I thought he was a very knowledgeable guy. I use different YouTubers for different things. I used to use Big Beer B to keep up to date with all the newer fragrances that were coming out because he's a Killian fanboy and so am I. So I used him to keep up with that. I used Steve from Red Essence to know what ingredients were in it because that's the guy who used to always know everything about a freaking ingredient. And then I would use a couple other guys like Cubano, for instance. I used him to know what, you know, the truth about what the fragrance smelled like. And then slowly but surely it all came back around that, you know, none of them guys have a single clue. It's all about cash profit. So
yeah. Well,
Steve,
that someone said in my one of my videos, he said if the coronavirus was a fragrance, Cuba would be happy to promote it on his channel as if it smelled real good just for the dollar bill.
He probably would.
Yeah,
you're right. You're right, January. That's what I do. I like to use, you know, I don't use one fragrance reviewer for any and all my information. He actually, Dogman probably watches a whole lot more reviewers than I do. I'll probably have a list of 10 that I follow, and I'll kind of get my P's and Q's from there. But I'm the kind of person that you can say a fragrance smells wonderful. That's only going to allow me to want to buy a decant anyway, so I can see how wonderful it is. And if I like it, I'll get a bottle. So that's why in every one of my videos I say, yeah, don't run out and get a bottle. Just get yourself a decant, try it out, and see how much you like it.
Yeah.
It's not worth going out blind buying a whole bottle because some reviewer. That's what the reviewers want, especially the ones that are cash cows. That's what they're really looking for, is for you to go out to Neiman Marcus or go out to Ulta or places like that and buy you a whole bottle. So you know they're getting some kicks off of it too.
I'm like Public Enemy. I like Public Enemy. I fight the system. I'm not clicking on these motherfuckers who are getting paid for clicks. I don't click on their channel. Try not to.
Yeah.
Unless someone sends me a link saying, "Hey, this, I'm gonna go and check it out," and then that's it.
Yeah.
Other than that, if you monetize your channel and you're getting clicks for affiliate links and all that, I'm not clicking on your shit. Fuck you. You ain't getting my penny.
No, I work too hard for my penny.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why, you know, it's hard for me to understand, you know, in this whole fragrance community that we're in, how do these people, because you got certain people in certain groups, like I used to be a part of a lot of groups. There's certain guys in there who have these testers and can get these bottles mad cheaper than they sell them in the store. And that's all they do all day long, sell these fragrances. And the thing is, they don't give a thing back. They suck the fragrance community dry. There's one guy on there, and I'm going to get his name. I'll tell you the name, but I'm going to tell you the story first because he's a jerk. So I'm going to go ahead and put him out there anyway. He was in a fragrance community, and he used to sell fragrances all the time. But, you know, what happens is when you see one person get in there selling a fragrance, another person comes along into this fragrance group, and they end up having the same bottle for $20 cheaper. Everybody buys off the $20 cheaper guy, and you know the whole circle of life in the Facebook groups. And then all of a sudden, this guy got so upset. This is the honest to God's truth. I'm going to give you his name in a minute as soon as I find it. He created his own group to sell his fragrances. Somebody posted something for sale, and he said only admin can sell in here, and he was the only admin in there.
Wow.
So basically, I'm sick and tired of everybody outselling me. I want the money too, so I'm going to create my own group where only I can sell. And welcome to the blood sucking. I do know his little thumbnail picture is of a Batman. So,
what's the name? Who is it?
I'm about to tell you here in a second.
Oh,
I had to tell the story so I wouldn't fumble and bumble through it.
oh, okay.
It's way down in here, so.
Oh, you got to get the name?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the name, dude. I don't. It's something Silva. Or, I mean, he's one of those. He's got Arab. He's got an Arab name. I have to find it. I'm not very good with Arab names.
That's not the Silva that's in your live chat right now, is it?
No.
Okay.
Silba or something like that. I thought.
Oh, okay.
It won't take long. But anyway, so this dude, I mean, he put me out there real bad. Like the very first thing that I ever did was um, I held on to $50 for a guy because he screwed me out of a deal. So I held on to his $50 and I blocked him and forgot about it. Straight up, I paid it back. And this guy was the first guy that had the chance to stop the whole thing in its tracks, and he did not do it. And he jumped on the whole bandwagon of blasting me too. So maybe I won't be able to find his name. If it's going to be in here, it's going to be way down in here. But anyway, I'll find his name. It won't take that long. I'll post it in an interview later. But if you guys know a guy that has a Batman face mask for his little thumbnail, that's the guy. Shiban Ali or something like that is his name.
Oh, that everyone says that dude is reputable. He doesn't he do a lot of wheeling and dealing?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the exact same name. So
he does the wheeling and dealing for Aventus.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's one of the guys. Yep.
Yep.
That's the guy.
I never dealt with him. I don't want to now, but oh well.
I never dealt with them anyway, simply because they're all just a bunch of jackasses. But when you have a chance to help somebody out, because the first thing he did when all that happened was he got on there and offered to Ben Sales, another jackass, Chris Lucella, who I'm going to be making. Chris Lucella is going to be my first exposed video. I got a lot of stuff to say about that. Another guy named Niaz Zamanov is a punk ass. Let's see.
Damn.
Well, there's a lot of people. I told you I got way too much. I got way too much crap. I got to offload it. I'm
gonna have some really funny videos coming out. It's gonna be fucking hilarious, man.
I got some people that really need to be put out there.
I might start another channel because the way I'm gonna do it, I might get hit.
So I'll go ahead and tell you about the Chris Lucella guy. I'll give you a little something on it so we can spice this up because we're losing a bunch of people. So Chris Lucella is a guy who's an Aventus fanatic. Like he has 60 bottles of Aventus, all different batches. And he was actually the first person who ever was straight up, like when that stuff happened with that $50, the dude was the first one to jump on me. I never did one sale with this guy, never purchased anything. The only thing I did was buy a couple raffles off of him to be entered into his little Aventus. He had a couple of Aventus bottles I wouldn't have mind having. So this dude has 60 bottles of Aventus. So I had this fake bottle. It was the first bottle of Aventus I ever bought offline. I was new to the game. I didn't know anything about the whole eBay. What was that thing called? Something of Russia. And anyway, it was a Russian company I bought this fragrance off of. In the pictures, everything was cool. Everything looked absolutely wonderful. The box was legit. Had the barcodes the batch number on the bottom and everything. And so I went into one of the groups. It was the Aventus group, Aventus Fanatics. And I posted some things for sale, and that fake bottle was on there. Everybody jumped on me. Don't be selling that fake bottle on here. All of a sudden, here comes Chris Lucella. I'd like to buy that just for shits and giggles, just out of curiosity. So first of all, you're jumping me. He still jumps on me. Supposedly, I sold fake decants or watered down decants. I've never done that. Never will, never have, and don't have any intentions of doing it. You're jumping on me about selling fake stuff, but you wanted to buy a legitimate that I said fake stuff, and just for your curiosity.
Wow.
That's reputable, isn't it?
He probably wanted to switch the juice.
Right. Because it had a 15 batch code on it. So yeah, that's what he wanted to do. And then you're gonna nail me, or what he was probably trying to do is set me up. Is what he's really trying to do. I got that I'm going to go and take and sell that bottle to someone else's legit and say, oh, I got that from Dwayne. He sold me a fake bottle, blah blah blah. But the problem is, I got freaking screenshots of everything. I take screenshots of almost everything anymore because too many people seem to be out to get me. But here's the thing for me, brother. If you got 60 bottles of it, I'm wondering, this is just what I wonder. Pardon me, January. I don't mean to be, but when you're doing your wife at night, do you take a bottle of Aventus and put it over her face? Or what are you substituting for, brother? what are you trying to make up for? What's lacking? You know what I mean?
Is that what he said?
That's what I said. I asked him if he put a bottle of Aventus over his wife's face. What are you compensating for?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you didn't like that too much. Then I've got 3 people on exposed that are going to get exposed. Like, I've never done anything on these guys. I've kept it underneath my belt. One guy, I was the very first guy to put my past out there, and he's going to get exposed hard because he's a liar. This guy was supposedly a cop, and he was 350 pounds. He's talking about how much of a ignorant everything I am, and how I've got to sell fake stuff to make money and whatever. Brother, I joined the Marine Corps. That's how I lost my weight. How did you lose your weight? Oh, that's right. You got surgery because you're not man enough to lose it on your own.
It was more, in order to get surgery for that, you got to be morbidly obese.
He's not that big. So he was over 350 pounds. He wasn't that tall. I believe he was.
Yeah, that's considered morbidly obese.
Yeah. I think he was only like 5'7", 6 or 7.
Yeah, so that's morbidly obese, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, but why are you going to sit and bash somebody for, and then you don't have enough gumption to try to lose the weight on your own? He never had mentioned anything about, I tried a diet or any of this other stuff. He just was talking crap about everybody else, but you didn't go try to run. You didn't go try to drink nothing but water and quit eating all that food. You just went straight to getting a rubber band or surgery or however you did it.
Yeah.
I mean, what a punk, dude. Yeah, I was always told that people with glass houses should never throw rocks.
Yeah.
Unless your life is perfect, leave everybody else alone.
Well,
my life ain't perfect, but
I throw rocks, but I invite people to throw rocks back.
Yeah. All right. Me too. I mean, if you're man enough to, the
whole day,
say what you got to say, I'm going to listen to it. That's why I even told anybody, even if you don't like me, you want on here, go ahead. I mean, knock yourself out. I mean, I'll put you right in. We can have a conversation. It doesn't matter to me.
What is it called? Constructive criticism. Come on, bring it. I like that kind of stuff.
I don't mind the constructive criticism. I have a problem with criticism and nobody knows what they're talking about. You know how many people in this fragrance community, like when my name gets out there and somebody will put my name out there in the wrong way. And I'm like, dude, who are you? Like, I've never met you. I have no clue who you are. The stuff that I've done has not affected you in any way, shape, or form. But yet you are the first person to put my name out there and, DB's a fake.
Let me tell you about the dude that came to my channel talking about where you were talking about Cuba pushing Armoff and running Creed out of business. But don't you push Armoff too? I'm like, look, motherfucker, I don't get paid for this shit. I don't get anything. I don't get any kickback. I was like, it's just my opinion. I ain't robbing nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just like, there's a difference here. when you're getting paid in the thousands of dollars. Hell, who is it? Chaos Fragrance. Just for Amazon links, this motherfucker was getting $200 to $300 a month just for his Amazon links.
You know, but that don't, you know, and a lot of people, this is what a lot of people are going to say. Well, that ain't a lot. That's a bottle of fragrance, 2 bottles of fragrances, 3 bottles of fragrances a month. I mean,
Dude,
listen,
depending on the fragrance, you can get like 5 or 6 of them.
I mean, let's just put it like this: a Parfums de Marly bottle is what in stores, roughly $200.
Yeah.
So you can turn around and get a Parfums de Marly out of one of these Facebook groups for $100, brand new in the box.
Yep.
$300 a month is 3 Parfums de Marlys, and you didn't earn it. You're using everybody else's money to get your stuff. But and that's fine. But what are you giving back? That's what I keep trying to tell everybody. It's okay to make money off of Facebook. It really, truly is. I don't have a problem with people in there selling stuff to make money. But what the hell do you give back? And most of them, 90% of them, is nothing. There's nothing. So some of these guys were in here, dude, making $500, $600, $700 in a couple of hours off of bottles, and this is every day.
Shit, what Jeremy made 10,000 off of a deal with a Bulgari.
That's what I'm saying. So what did you give back? What did you say? Thank you guys for what you've done. Allow me to give back. Right. Nothing.
Oh, they'll do it like a free giveaway, but that comes with
the bottle they got.
Yeah, no. We have a free giveaway, but subscribe, comment, and hit the notification.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you're getting something for that. It's not like you're doing it out of the gesture of your own heart, you know.
I'm going to tell you something, and I'm not being braggadocious, and I apologize if it comes across that way, but I give away a whole lot more than I get.
I know you do.
I give away a whole lot more. There's some that you don't even know I give away. Like when Keith came out of his mouth and told Tyrone, well, don't shout his name out and see, you know, if he sends you any more fragrances. What he didn't know is the whole 3 months that Tyrone wasn't even saying my name or shouting me out on YouTube, I was still sending him fragrances for free, just because I want to see the dude succeed.
Oh, I've said it on my channel. You've been trying to give me shit. There's other people who've been trying to give me shit. I'm just like, I don't want it. How many times I tell you?
Plenty. I think I've offered about 3 or 4 times, and each time it's like, bro, you know, I don't take free stuff. And I'm like, you know, who's going to know? It's between us.
And I'm not saying this to get glory off of it or anything, you know, but I
take it. The thing for me is I take it, but I'm going to tell you something. You know, I take screenshots of everything, so it's nothing. If somebody wants to see, I'm happy to show you, but I offer and almost try to force them to make me pay for it, period. Like a lot of places want to give me something for free, and I refuse, and they say, well, at least take a 25% discount code. Okay. You know, for instance, EJ Wells, you know, all transparency put out there. I pay EJ Wells for each and every one of my fragrances. He don't make nothing. I pay him for what it costs. He says, I'm okay with affiliate links on your channels as long as you're speaking the truth in your reviews and not getting paid up. Here's
the problem with that. I'm tired of fools. Fragrances are subjective. When you understand this, it's not really the truth that you're speaking. It's your truth. And as long as you're human and as long as you can be wrong, you have no real standard of truth when it comes to fragrances, because everyone kind of smells shit differently. So that's the problem with that. Now, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. But then at the same time, someone's going to look at your review. Though you may say it's truthful, someone else will look at it and say, man, you're full of shit. This doesn't smell like it. Doesn't last long on my skin. Different people have different body chemistries, right? Yeah. So in essence, and all in all, what you're doing is you're just fucking over somebody. Yeah. So I don't really want to get paid for my opinion, man. I don't monetize my videos. I don't.
Well, you know, the thing is, it's different to come out and say something smells absolutely wonderful. It's one of the best scents I've ever had. And then you're giving the bottle away. You know, nothing is the best scent you ever put on. Like I had Nathan hit me up one day and said, man, would you do because we have the same type of skin. And he's like, would you do a video showing what lasts on your skin?
Yeah, you can do that.
And that's opinionated because this is what lasts on my skin.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when these reviewers are doing this stuff, they don't say, now, my opinion, or, hey, this lasts good on my skin. It may not last good on your skin. They completely just say, this is absolutely wonderful. And
people
recommend you buy it.
People will blame you, regardless, because there is no standard of truth. That's the whole kit and caboodle about this whole fragrance community, is that a lot of people do not understand subjective moral values versus objective moral duties. And when you don't have a standard of the best fragrance, how can you know what you're measuring the rest of the fragrances up against or in review of? That's the problem. And when you do that, and when you push or you hype a fragrance, you might be offending 100 motherfuckers out there, and 100 motherfuckers are trying to believe you, and then they buy the fragrance or they donate to you and thinking you're the best person in the world. All the while, when the fragrance hits their doorstep and they smell it, this smells like shit.
Yeah.
So then it's just like, okay, no apology. You don't get your money back. A great big fuck you. That's what these fragrance reviewers do, and they don't fess up. They don't say I'm sorry. Like, I'm pretty sure every last top tier fragrance reviewer has made a bullshit review on a fragrance that they hyped up, Cuban No, that they hyped up like a motherfucker. Oh, this smells like Sauvage and Chanel EDP, but he never fucking apologized for this, right? This does not come close to Sauvage, and it does not come close to Bleu de Chanel. It is somewhat of a small, tiny mix. Doesn't even last long. No one ever really gives me a compliment on this motherfucker.
Yeah, so they don't think in the.
I'm getting fucking compliments out the ass.
The thing is, they don't think in the back of their mind ahead of what they're about to review. That's my opinion. So, okay, that may smell like that to him, but he doesn't think in the back of his mind, wait a minute, some other people may not smell this. They hype it. Let's use Novatus for an example. He hyped the shit out of that thing. Everybody went out haywire and bought a ton of the Novatus line. I mean, some people bought the whole freaking line. That's $1,400 that somebody put in your pocket.
I've seen a couple people.
And then they turn around 3 days later and it's like, this all smells like something else, trying to sell it off. You just cost that man, probably $50, $60 per bottle if he sells them. And, and like you said, no repercussion. You're right, Troy, because it's not in their collection. Correct. They're not wearing it. They're being hyped up and told, hey, here's $100 and a couple free bottles. Make this thing sound so good. And knowing in the back of your mind, like Ashton is a good example of this. And remember all the sample sets being, that's what I'm saying, Troy, is like Novatus had, every time you turned around, there was the discovery set was all over the freaking place. People selling their discovery sets with one spray missing.
Samples are supposed to be fucking free, man.
Yep.
But
Ashton's a good example of how he'll get a bottle. And if you ever notice, if you watch, because I know Dogman watches this channel, he loves Ashton.
But I catch him every now and then, dude. It's on the sideboard. Let me. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Here's what I do.
Well, hold on a second. So he'll get on there. He'll get on there and he'll say, "This is a great fragrance. He loves it. It's a great fragrance. It smells so absolutely wonderful. Everybody's already on there ordering." And then he comes back and says, "But it's not for me." That is a cop-out and a half, dude. Come on, man. That's a cop-out. You've already got them hyped. I can see people, these little fanboys and girls, already typing away, trying to order it from FragranceNet or wherever it is they're ordering it from, or trying to get on the YouTube, Facebook groups and trying to order it. And then you go, but it's not for me. But yeah, he's still got all these followers. It's amazing. Go ahead, brother. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was trying to get to a point. You're going to be honest? You're going to be honest?
Oh, you said I watch Ashton. One of the reasons why I still catch him every now and then, and I catch Jeremy, I can't get rid of the fucking sidebar, man. And I'm looking for new YouTubers, and first it's Alex Acosta. Don't know why the fuck Alex Acosta is always at the top of the list, right? I have no idea. This dude is not a fucking fragrance reviewer. Why the fuck is he at the top of the list? Then you go and then you see Jeremy or either Ashton, and Big Bear's down the list some damn where. Then Steven and Carlos, but you never can get rid of them. You can't get rid of them. Now here's why I really watch Ashton. This motherfucker comes out with the newest fragrance all the time. I found out Invictus Onyx because of Ashton. I'm like, what the fuck is this new Invictus? I click on it, right? I love Invictus. So yeah, I watched it, you know. And as much as I don't want to watch it, ain't nobody else doing a fucking review about Invictus except for Jeremy and Ashton.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why I clicked on it. And I fucking hate it.
That's the only reason that I even watch most of them guys anyways, because that's, you know, Tired of Fools, my boy Tired of Fools on here. He was telling me how you know, how I should try to keep up with the newest fragrances. But the only way I know how to is them top tier reviewers, and I hate watching them. Yeah. You know, I don't know if there's like some kind of app you can buy that'll say, hey, so and so's coming out with a new fragrance. And I mean, if that's the case, I'd try to jump ahead. But until then, I have to take little baby leaks, if that makes any sense. You know, I want to know
how to fuck Ashton. Ashton gets the first dibs all the time, and he doesn't even have the bottle half the time. He's just doing a review on hearsay. Yeah. Right. What the companies have coming out.
Let me tell you a little something else. You got guys like TLTG and Georgia Gent and all them guys. They will not promote a decant. They will not put a decant on there. I remember Ross Carlos one time was doing his fall lineup or something long time ago when we still got along, and he said the only reason I'm not going to put what was it that time? Oh, red tobacco. The reason I'm not going to put red tobacco in this line is because I've only got a decant. I don't have the bottle.
DB, you fucked up too with that decant when you said it didn't smell. I can't remember what fragrance it was. You said it didn't smell like it, but then when you got the bottle, it smelled different. Which one was that one?
Oh, that was Zaharoff.
Okay.
Yeah, it did smell different.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, but I'm not afraid to put the. It's the juice. It's the juice. It's not the bottle for me. I'm reviewing the juice. I'm not one of those kind of guys who said the presentation. This is just a nice bottle. I mean, I'm not spending 2 minutes on trying to sit here and make you make love to a bottle. It's all about the fragrance that's inside the freaking bottle. Some of them guys do, bro. If you ever see them, they're like, blah, 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 blah. This bottle, look at this.
What does this remind you of? This is what a lot of, I'm not saying, you know, Alexandria fragrances do it. Their bottles kind of look like this. And you remember the old fingernail polish where you take the thing off and you start doing it?
Mm-hmm. But, you know, in the game of it all, Alexandria is more complete. And I'm not saying they're the best one by any means, but the way they do things is a little more complete than the other ones do.
Is that who is it? EJ Wells? Or is that Happy Land?
Happy Land Studios is EJ Wells.
Okay, I'm gonna get a Happy Land Studios just because EJ Wells came and fucked with me a little bit. Even if he doesn't like me, he still fucked with me.
You go.
So I'm gonna give me a Happy Land Studio fragrance.
What I would recommend you do is he has a sample set. It's not that much. Use Happy Land 20, get 20% off of it. Well, I think you're spending $20, $25.
Oh hell yeah!
You're gonna fall in love with them, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I always thought people hyped EJ up so much, and I'm just like, God, you got to be kidding me. I mean, there's nothing. No fragrance line has everything that smells so absolutely wonderful. Do you understand what I'm saying? Nothing that they come out with. Not everything smells good in that line. It's impossible.
No, fuck that. No, fuck untrue. Invictus, baby.
Man, shut up about that stupid. You're gonna get that Invictus Onyx, and you're gonna realize it smells just like freaking what's the last Invictus that came out? Come on, man, you're an Invictus guy. What's the dark one, the real dark one that just came out?
Legend.
Legend.
Talking about Onyx or Legend?
Legend. It's gonna smell just like Legend. There's already people that reviewed it and said it smells just like Legend.
No, they said it smelled like Intense and Aqua. It didn't smell like Legend.
Oh, that's what it was. Intense and Aqua. Yeah, that's what it was. goofball. Why you want to put the two together? Just layer it and save your money.
Because I like the bottle.
That's what I'm saying. I think they do that on purpose. Let's just put these two together. They could just layer it, or they could buy this beautiful bottle.
They probably did, man. But I still like it. I like my Legend. I like my Invictus line. I want to get to 2016 just to have it, just because I'm collecting that certain line, man. I love that fucking line.
You know, the thing about EJ Wells you have to understand is that dude can take some productive criticism.
Man, fuck EJ Wells. I'm still gonna buy a fragrance. I don't give a shit. That's how I feel.
I went and did the last one that I did. It's called Man Shit, and it's actually was made for Ross Carlos for TLTG.
Really?
And, yeah, it was. It was a fragrance made just for him.
Is it good?
The opening sucks. It's terrible.
No.
But once it dries down, dude, it's a 10 out of 10, and I'm not kidding you. It smells absolutely wonderful. But I can only give it a 7 out of 10 because it's sweet. It's a little on the sweet, smoky side. It smells wonderful. But the opening is like a harsh tobacco, like a I don't even know if it's really tobacco, to be honest with you, but that's the only thing.
Is it a smoke cigarette?
Yes. No, it's a smoky tobacco. It may be that. Excuse me. It may be like a synthetic smoked cigar type smell. It might be. I'm thinking of it.
Not cigar, cigarette.
No, cigar. This smells like that's probably what it is, right there.
I can deal with a smoked cigar. I can't deal with a smoked cigarette.
Well, think of what's that Tom Ford fragrance that he has? Tobacco vanilla.
Oh, okay.
How that kind of tobacco.
That's all right.
No, Tired Fools, not an ashtray. Not an ashtray, kind of like the fragrance out of a cigar. Like if you was to be smoking a cigar and you would smell what came out of it.
Yeah,
that's smoky type smell, not an ashtray. Definitely not ashtray.
What's that one from Terry Mugler? That brown. I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now. Havon.
Havon. Yeah, that smells like a cigar. That's got a.
No, that smells like burnt ashtray. Sorry.
Well, that's what he's trying to replicate is that burnt cigar smell. That's what he was trying to replicate. He didn't do a very good job at it.
Yeah,
I didn't mind it. It was okay.
And Pure Tonka, I said the hell with that Havon.
Yeah, it's overrated.
What is it called?
Pure Havon, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that.
But but EJ Wells, he really is, man. He definitely has it going on, and I've yet to find one I don't like. That was the closest. I was all about ready to get on there and make a review and be like, man, this sucks. I finally found one. I'm not looking for something to hate. Trust me. I wish everything smelled great and I could tell everybody something smells great. But every now and then something comes along. Like for me, Creed Viking and Creed Green Irish Tweed really pissed me off. I mean, really pissed me off because I'm part Irish. And I also studied a Viking religion long before I became a Christian. I studied a Viking religion. And to me, Viking would, you think, smell like, fresh air, sea air, water. It would have some kind of water ingredient in it. It would have like a grassy smell to it and something, maybe some pepper in it. And like when I got it, I was getting ready to spray it on and I'm like, this stuff is trash, dude. This doesn't smell anything like what a Viking would smell like. I agree, Troy. And then Green Irish Tweed, I got it thinking Irish. Okay. And when I think of Irish, I'm thinking fresh air with that, almost the same type of smell, and you get it, it smells like soap. And I'm sitting here, dude, if you're going to make something Irish smell like soap, why didn't you make one smell like Irish Spring? I mean, when you think of soap fragrances and Irish, that's the first thing you think of is Irish Spring. And I just sometimes I wonder why they name the things they do when it's nothing even remotely related to it.
You're not the first person I hear say that shit about Green Irish Tweed and all the other Creed Viking.
Yeah,
I've heard other people say that. Yeah.
I don't like either one just because I was expecting something. That's why I hate blind buying, by the way. I took other people's word that it smelled so great. And the first Green Irish Tweed I got in a decant. And I'm glad that I got it in a decant. I like the bottle. I like the whole black bottle thing. But then the first Viking that I had was actually in a bottle itself. And I was like, man, I traded this fragrance for that. Give me that back. I want my fragrance back.
Yeah.
My boy Troy over here. This dude here has got all that upscale stuff. So if he hates green Irish tweed, dude, that's saying something. I mean, he got I sent him some Novatus and had him try out the Novatus.
Well, that shit says a lot because I can't fucking stand cool water.
I don't really like it. When I think of cool water, I don't think about Davidoff. Cool water back in the day actually smelled pretty good. I love to smell that cool water.
It ain't all that, but it ain't like my Invictus. I love my fucking Invictus.
Of course. Hold on a minute. I'm calling Ross. See if he'll do it.
What, TLT? Man, I know you ain't gonna get that dude on here. Me and him gonna have it out.
He won't get on here. You can forget it. I guarantee you $100. He won't get on here. I'd call him up right now. Be like, "You want to come in the live stream?" He'd be like, "Nah, dude, I'm busy." He'll make up. Trust me, he don't want on here. Same thing with Miami Cuddles. He'll get on here, but he'll try to take over the whole show. But he said Dwayne just fake hates me. Now, I don't hate anybody, but no. Man, you got to watch how you talk to people, man. You got to watch what you say and how you say it. And if you have a disagreement with somebody, call them up and work it out. But I tried so many times to work it out with that dude, and then he kept on doing something totally different. So it says Dogman loves Ross.
Yeah, Tommy, man. Here's the thing: they cater to children. Tommy, Abercrombie, and Fitch. They cater to mostly teenagers.
Yeah, young crowd. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the Aeropostale was the very first, I guess you would call expensive, because I was a polo man. Before I got into fragrances, I was all about polo.
This is my shit right here. You remember this back in the day?
Hills. Yep.
This bad boy back in the day lasted a very long time. You sprayed this on your, like,
6
if you
hours.
sprayed this on a white collar, it'll turn it yellow. Now, If you spray it on a white collar now, it ain't gonna turn it any color.
That's because it's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing, but it still smells the same way.
Did you ever take an old bottle of the green polo, the original green polo? Take a bottle of the older one and put it up with the newer one today.
Oh,
It's lost it. It's lost it.
Yeah. I'm afraid to buy it, man. I want to buy it, but I'm afraid.
My boy said that's so old school.
That's
old school, Troy.
Oh,
that's
Troy?
Old school, boy.
That's my shit, man. I love that shit, man. That shit smells so good, bro. I love it.
Giorgio Hill's patchouli bomb. Yeah, that's.
Yes, indeed,
that's
man.
Old school, man.
I got so many compliments when I used to catch the bus.
But you ever notice? If you ever noticed back in the days when they made colognes back when we were younger, there was something about them. You know what I'm saying?
They were fucking masculine. They were real men shit.
Yes, there was. There's none of this. Everything now is unisex.
This that liberal shit, the sissy boy shit, the cook boy shit. I'm gonna say it. It's that faggot shit. That's what it is.
That transgender stuff.
Yeah.
You want to be able to go. You want to be able to go from a man to a woman and still be able to wear the same.
I don't have a problem with gay people. It's just some of the practices and the shit that they say and do.
I don't have a problem with what anybody does as long as you don't.
Like when they want to go into the women, when they want to go into the women's bathroom, I'm like, look, motherfucker, no.
You got.
And like calling you delicious. No, if you a dude and you want me to call you delicious, like Cuba, no, I call you delicious.
I think Cuba's a little on the.
I'm a grown ass man.
I think Cuba's a switch hitter, personally. It says Dogman has bottles of vintage. I have one bottle. I have a decant of vintage.
January. Cuba say, call him delicious, y'all. When y'all go to his channel, y'all make sure y'all call that motherfucker delicious.
Don't do that, man. Leave it alone. He might take it personally.
You wanna call his ass delicious. Put a picture of a tranny up there.
I heard that Toy Boy. Is that black teddy bear? Is that what Toy Boy is, man?
Yeah, Carolina Herrera. I think Carolina Herrera does that. Didn't Carolina Herrera do that?
No, that's Mancino, or what is the name of that?
Oh, Moschino.
Yeah, there you go.
Mosquito Womo, this bad boy right here. Yep, that is that toy boy. Mosquito Womo.
Yeah.
If any of y'all have this, I swear this shit smells like hand sanitizer.
Oh.
Mosquito
Yeah, I heard
Womo.
about that. No.
It smells good. It smells real good, but it smells like hand sanitizer, like some real good, expensive hand sanitizer. What the fuck?
I'm going to tell you something that you would never think smells good, and Cuba might get butterflies. Y'all are terrible. Anyway, there's a Armoff fragrance that's out that I got a long time ago. It's called
Tag Him. Tag Him.
Man, ain't nobody want no freaking Tag Him. I'm surprised Cuba ain't trying to push that one. I want to tag him, pretty boy. You made me forget what. Oh, Italian Nero Uomo is the name of it.
Cuba and Carlos coming up with their new phrase called "Tag Him Too."
Tired of fools. You're right. Exactly. Especially in a teddy bear freaking bottle. Who in God's name wants to buy that dumb stuff? I'll get a decant, but I ain't getting no bottle.
This shit crazy. I was gonna get my girl the new Carolina Herrera in the stiletto. I was like, man, I ain't giving her no weapon to fuck me up.
Oh, he said Flores said Cuba likes to get tagged in the hey. I mean, listen, y'all. Listen, on a real note, he got a good looking wife for a reason. It ain't because he's good looking. So
that's just the cover, man.
That's what I'm saying. That or they swinging, one of the two, because she cannot look at that dude at night and say, "You're a sexy mother." There's no way. She's singing that song to him every night.
I think it was either James Scott or Flores came to my channel and said, Cuba said, "It's your boy, the C to the U to the C to the K."
To the A. I saw that. I laughed so hard.
I was like, look at my fucking subscribers, man. They fucking going off on these motherfuckers.
Yeah, they go off. I just, look, you put yourself out there when you call yourself the best in the game and the sexiest mama jamma and all that good happy stuff. I mean, that's just you putting yourself out there for that, brother. I mean, you deserve to be, to be tagged for that one. I mean, that's that's just crazy, dude. But
our mom has fragrances called Tag Him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
tag
what
her.
I thought.
They got tag him, tag her. Cuba likes them both. I
don't care what you do, just don't bring the children into it. Because when you start doing that shit foul.
Yeah, I don't do that. I leave the kids out. I got too many kids to bring. I usually try not to bring family into any disputes I have anyway.
The dude paid he spent $8,000 on his YouTube channel, bro.
Who?
On making his YouTube channel better. Cuba.
I got better things to do with $8,000 than spend it on my YouTube channel.
I don't know if he like paid for $8,000 worth of fragrances or paid for like equipment to make his videos look good or whatever, man. But like, dude, you for real? $8,000.
Flores, you gotta stop, brother. He said Brooklyn fragrance lover and Cuba gangbang.
Yeah, the only gang he was in was a gang bang. Steven and Carlos took turns on him.
Oh, okay, God almighty. You imagine waking up
King Cuck and Cuck Jr.
Imagine waking up to BFL every night. Smelling liquor on his breath and God almighty.
And cat hair in your mouth.
Go to put some milk in your coffee and the cat's already been there.
All right, we gotta talk about this is a fragrance channel. We gotta talk about fragrance.
They doing it. They doing it. I'm crying. Y'all hold on. Let me get myself straight. Got tears coming out my eyes and everything. God almighty. Only gang Cuba ever been in, DB. You know that's right. I've been in them, brother. I've been in 2 of them, so I can't. And everybody's already put that out there, so it's not like that's a secret. So, but anyway, yeah, fragrances. That milk line. Oh my God Almighty! I tell you though, I feel bad for Carlos. I do. I can't deny it because that man's so caught up in the middle. Rumor has it that he knows all this stuff about Steve, and people are on him real bad about Steve's fragrances being cloned. And from what I understand, he knows it, and he knows all about it, and it's killing him. That's why he drinks so much.
And you want to know who I like, man? Be honest with you, bro. But I talk shit about him. I like 502 fragrance, and the reason why I talk shit because he fucked up when he did a review on Steven's fragrances, and he doesn't want to get his ass off that fucking
wait
couch.
A minute, you talking about that dude that sits on a couch?
Yeah, man.
You like him for what?
He's trying to bridge the gap between, he got that little intro, trying to bridge the gap between the average consumer and and I sit there and laugh every time he says that because it sounds so like it sounds so commercial, bro. But I'm like, dude,
Flores, man, we Flores, we trying to get to fragrances.
Carlos is gonna end up drinking his frags. He's gonna make a mistake. He'll make a mistake when he's drunk and fuck up one of his frags.
He's gonna do a review on it. I tried this. I was trying to drink vodka and it tastes like Parfums de Marley Cologne.
Why? What do you in it? I want a piece of ham.
We gotta stop. Oh, God,
bring a bottle of tag him.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Get a bottle of that tag him.
Invictus tastes good. Oh, no.
Invictus kind of looks like a wine bottle a little bit.
I don't know. He might fall like that little champion wine bottles. Oh man!
You gotta get a splash though in order to drink it because you got sprayed in your mouth.
You don't do that, but you drink soda all the time.
Yeah. Maybe he thinks it's a wine bottle and he'll break the top off and just start drinking. Man,
I drink 1 cup of freaking soda.
I agree, Troy. We the new blood. I mean, stuff's going to change, and I'll tell you something. I heard a rumor. Well, I didn't hear a rumor. I know it to be fact. A lot of the big time fragrance reviewers pay attention to the small fragrance reviewers because they kind of, I guess they wish they could go back to that point. Go back to that point where everything was so much more fun and free and truthful, and they've just gotten so far, when you start taking one thing, you'll take another. When you take this thing, then you'll take another. Next thing you know, you're so occupied by, telling falseness and lying that you don't know how to get back to the truth again.
Right.
And you're also used to that money coming in and the free fragrances and it's hard to get back to just enjoying yourself. I do this for enjoyment. I really, really do. Yeah. I have fun doing it. Do I get free fragrances? Yes. Do I take them? I always try to buy them.
Can't
if
fuck
you want to take,
I don't care. Free fragrances, motherfucker.
I don't care. But they're decants. I've never been given a free bottle.
Okay, that makes it a whole lot better, DB. Yeah.
We have to, Troy. We got to keep it truthful, bro, because I mean, we're flooded. Like I was telling Dogman earlier. You notice how like I only have like 57 subscribers, I think, somewhere around there. But my people watching the videos itself, it usually is near there or far or higher. People want to hear the truth, and especially when you get the videos about exposing Nabatuth and all. I can't say the name. Y'all got me tongue tied.
You lisping like them tag him boys, like them cook boys. You better stop lisping.
But that video has 605 views for a reason. People want to know the truth. It says, I have a bottle of Ooh for Greatness, Dog Man, but it's missing a barcode. Don't know what Did you?
Flores be saying the funniest shit, dude. I swear.
Now they're making fun of me. Tired of fool says "Nava tooth." I couldn't spit it out. Never mind. There's that other.
Give me a bottle of that number 2. You fucked up. You were lit.
Don't worry, man. I'm tired of the fools too. But anyway, man, we have to, because we're the only ones that are gonna do it. We have a point to prove, and we're gonna prove it, plain and simple.
We're the last Jedi.
Pretty much. Long before Vader takes over.
Oh shit. Hey D, I'm down to 5%.
All right, brother. I gotta get off here soon anyway, so I'll carry it on a little bit. And then I'll slide on off here. The funny thing is, bigger channels fire list after list. The thing they don't realize is they're killing their own genuine excitement. Exactly. You're better off doing one by one, but legit, instead of list after list. Yep. I have a huge problem of. It seems like a lot of reviewers always come out with this top 5, top 10, everything all the time, dude. It's like, man, how many top somethings can you have, or before you decide to run out, But, all right, guys, I got to actually get off here myself. So, but I like doing these lives, man. You always get something out of them. When we got on here, we didn't have anything we wanted to really like broadcast anyway. We just wanted to get on here and be goofy. So, top 5 fragrances I spray in my eye. Let's do a big chat.
We will do a review on Nava Tooth later.
Yeah. Guarantee it'll take care of your sweet tooth.
Say thank you to the people who came. Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Definitely do. Appreciate all y'all for coming by and putting your 2 cents in and making us laugh. Tired of fools, brother. Appreciate you. Flores, you too, you goofball. January, appreciate you sliding by. Thank you very much for being a part of us two goofy idiots getting on here, just talking about whatever comes to mind. That's pretty much what I care to get on here for anyway. See you, Troy. Take care, brother. And hopefully we'll see y'all again. We might do it again soon. You never knew. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later. This is DB. I'm out.